Just as Allah knows your pain, He knows your oppressor who causes you pain, and He will hold them to account too, even when they feel least accountable. Sometimes it isn't your own sin that breaks you. It's someone else's perceived power, a boss who humiliates you, or a family member or close friend who manipulates you, or a tyrant who crushes you. And somewhere in that exhaustion, Satan may whisper, "Why does Allah let them keep doing this to you?" But before we talk about that tyrant, let's establish something unique about the categories of Allah's names. Not every name of Allah is meant to be mirrored by us. Some of His names do call us to act, to be merciful because He is the merciful, or to be grateful as He is the appreciative. And then there are others that call us to be in awe, like the Creator, the King who executes at will, or His Majesty. And then there are other names that are beautiful only for Allah and can actually be harmful when human beings try to claim them. These are the names you don't imitate or embody, but instead you seek refuge in or from the subduer, the compeller, the supreme. Allah is the subduer, the overpowering. You people sometimes think that power means being the loudest in the room, or buying influence with money, or commanding armies, but all of them have cracks that Allah will expose. It's only He who never sleeps and never slips and never miscalculates. And when you ask, why does He let this oppressor exist like this? Remember that His delay is not neglect. And never think Allah is unaware of what the wrongdoers do. He only delays them for a day when eyes will stare. Do not think that Allah is unaware of what the oppressors do. He only delays them to a day when their eyes will stare in horror. Notice that Allah speaks directly to the victim here, comforting the victim, letting you know that He only delays the oppressor to that day where He will fully punish them. But Allah mocks them while they plan against you. And Allah reminds you that He has not forgotten you. And Allah also promises you that He will not fail to avenge you. Allah mocks them. It is He who mocks the schemers who think that they're clever. They plot and Allah plots. They plot and Allah plots, and His plot always prevails. And when Allah delays for them, He's merely preparing a painful punishment. There the story ends with people despising them here, and Allah crushing them after death before final accountability on Judgment Day. And all along, He is still subduing them in ways that we perhaps cannot perceive. Remember Yusuf when he glorified the name Al-Latif, who was always there for him. That was the gentle side. But when the same Yusuf spoke to his two fellow prisoners, his tone changes entirely, and he uses another name altogether. O companions of prison, are separate lords better or Allah the one, the prevailing? O my fellow prisoners, are many lords better, or is Allah the one, Al-Qahar the overpowering? Because when you stand face to face with injustice, you don't need gentle names. You need the names that shake thrones. And when you're imprisoned, either by body or by mind, you can start to falsely attribute power to your captor. So Yusuf is reminding them of Al-Qahar, who overpowers every supposed power on earth. Now, one of those two men was executed by that king. Yet only Allah knows best what their true fate will be on that final day. So who is Al-Qahir, Al-Qahar? Al-Qahir is the one who has the upper hand over all creation. He governs your heartbeat without permission, and He controls the tyrant's next breath without asking. It refers to Allah's general power over the believer and the disbeliever alike. And He is the subduer above all of His servants. He is the subduer above all of His servants. Al-Qahar refers to that same upper hand when it presses down and crushes and humiliates those who deserve humiliation. And Ibn al-Qayyim said there is no Qahar except one. That one Qahar can only exist at a time because if there were two equal powers, then neither would prevail over the other. And notice how Yusuf taught Tawad and the destruction of tyranny in a single sentence. The one, the subduer. The only one who also is the only overpowering God. And look at how Al-Qahar subdues every single name on earth that once thought that it would never fall. Pharaoh drowned in the same water that he claimed to control. The mother of Moses had to put her son in a river to escape that tyrant. But then Allah drowned Pharaoh by the staff of that very same Moses. Nimrod, who claimed to control life and death, was taken by a mosquito. You see, every tyrant is toppled by something smaller than himself, so he can see how small he always was. And even if it appeared to be a peaceful death for the tyrant, has any one of them ever escaped being subdued by death itself and the angels tearing out their rotten souls even though we couldn't see it? But even before death, Al-Qahar destroys them from within. You see, a tyrant has no peace of mind because he never really feels secure in his power. He can't even trust his most loyal subjects, and he doesn't even know if his family really loves him or is just afraid of him. And that's a miserable existence. All for what? So don't be fooled by the gloating and apparent invincibility of the tyrant. Allah's already teaching them through the emptiness that all power is mine and all peace is mine. And when the day finally comes and illusions burn off, on the day the earth will be replaced by another earth, and the heavens, and they appear before Allah. The heavens roll up, the earth is changed, and they stand before Allah, the One, the Prevailing. The same names that Yusuf used to remove fear from worldly prisoners are the names that Allah will use to instill fear in worldly tyrants. Then you have the name Al-Jabbar, which means the compeller and healer. For the tyrant, Al-Jabbar means something entirely different than for the victim. He subdues the oppressor, but he mends the oppressed. The word, Jabara, means to set a broken bone back into place, which is painful but healing. It is a name of hope to the one who is hurt, but Al-Jabbar warns the one who unjustly broke that bone. Al-Qahar breaks, Al-Jabbar repairs. Al-Qahar presses the arrogant down, Al-Jabbar lifts the broken up. But sometimes we wrong others, and other times we wrong ourselves, and even then we need Al-Jabbar. The Prophet used to say this precious prayer between the two prostrations in prayer. He said, "O Allah, forgive me, have mercy on me, guide me, heal me, protect me, provide for me, elevate me." 7 things. O Allah, forgive me, have mercy, fix me, protect me, provide for me, and elevate me. See, only Al-Jabbar can fix everything about you, including your broken heart. And by the way, the word algebra comes from jabr as well, to fix broken equations. And only Allah has the equation to your soul, and the one who tried to break you. Al-Jabr also has the implication of restoring the crime scene on the day of judgment, to hold accountable the one who thought he could get away with it, or maybe hide the evidence. He is the compeller and the healer at the same time, Al-Jabbar. Then you have Mutakabar, the supremely proud. But for him, this name isn't arrogance, it's purity. His Kibriya is not like ours. Our pride hides insecurity and makes other people feel unsafe. His pride offers safety, but to the right people. You know that scene when the mythical, powerful human hero shows up? The oppressed cheer and take shade in him. But Allah is the only one in reality who always shows up and has the right to that claim as the savior of the oppressed. Allah says, "Glory is my lower garment, and pride is my cloak. Whoever competes with me in either of them, I punish him. Glory is my garment, and pride is my cloak. Whoever competes with me in either of those two things, then I will certainly punish him." And he also said, "Whoever humbles himself for Allah, Allah exalts him. Whoever exalts himself, Allah lowers him. Whoever humbles himself for Allah, Allah exalts him. But whoever exalts himself, Allah lowers him." How beautiful is it when Allah puts the oppressed on thrones and lets them step on tyrants like ants. Isn't a mirror of ours. He's too great to wrong anyone, too majestic to be petty, too powerful to feel threatened. And when he humiliates the arrogant, it isn't out of insecurity. It's out of justice. And when he delays a tyrant's fall, it isn't out of weakness. It's out of precision. And when Moses stood before the most arrogant human being alive, he said, "Indeed, I have sought refuge in my Lord and your Lord from every arrogant one who does not believe in the day of account. I seek refuge in my Lord and your Lord from every arrogant man who denies the day of reckoning." You see, when humans try to steal divine traits, Allah will humiliate them on the day of judgment. The names you've just heard, the subduer, the compeller, the supreme, are majestic for him, but they're disastrous for us. For him, they are perfection. For us, they're always corruption. When humans play the subduer, they become manipulators. When they play the compeller, they become tyrants. And when they act arrogant, they shrink in every way. But before you rage against the Pharaoh out there, make sure you don't have a little Pharaoh in yourself. The one that's cruel and arrogant and needs others to feel small so that you can feel big. Ibn Taymiyyah, he said, "Whoever uses his authority in anything other than obedience to Allah is among the oppressors. Whoever uses his authority outside of Allah's obedience is certainly among the oppressors." And he said, "A man may be among the greatest oppressors in his dealings with his family, even if he rules no one else." And Imam Ibn Al-Hakeem elaborates on this, and he says, oppression is of 3 types. There's shirk, which he does not forgive. Then there's injustice between people, which he does not overlook. And then there's the injustice that a servant does to himself, which he may forgive. Hassan al-Basri says, "O son of Adam, you will remain in a good state so long as you do not oppress those beneath you. So check for the micro-tyrannies inside of you, because every pharaoh started small. But if on this earth you are the victim of a tyrant, then who better than Allah to avenge you? When your oppressor mocks you, call upon Al-Qahar. And when you're broken, call upon Al-Jabbar. And when egos destroy and corrupt, seek refuge. O subduer, the one who subdues all false powers. Subdue every tyrant who harms the innocent. Break the arrogance of those who spill the blood of your beloved servants. Let their cruelty be crushed by your justice. Subdue also the arrogance within me so that I never resemble the oppressor in any form. O compeller, mend what their hands have broken. Rebuild the lands they've shattered and heal the hearts that tremble for you on their bombs and their boots. Set right the fractures in our ummah and make every wound a doorway back to you. When you allow us to break, let it only be to rebuild us stronger. And when you heal us, let the healing only bring us nearer. O Supreme, you are too glorious for injustice to prevail, too mighty for oppression to last before you. Show the tyrants that no throne stands forever, and honor the humble who still call your name even beneath the rubble. Clothe our people in dignity when the world strips them bare, and raise them in rank and protect them from despair. To Allah belong the most beautiful names, so call upon Him by them.